Right, bit of a progress report. Been working on this quite a bit. This is a master, sorry, it's a copy of a master. And then I've come and I'm just going to put all this patterning on top, rebuff it, put power eyes in, thinking of a cabochon, and I might even put a wing for the Manaya. And then it'll go on a base, make a master of it as well. Starting to get some really cool flow and detail in the back. I initially did this with the handpiece, using just tungsten burrs, and then I've been coming back on top with this. This is just a dentistry tool, and then scrape, 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 scrape. What that does is the, see these marks, I should have the light. These marks here are from the rotating handpiece. But what I found that you can really easily do is just come back over and put this patterning on top of all of it, and it actually refaces everything, so I don't actually have to worry too much about that. When I come and put these sort of like high, or these little notches, it actually like cleans it up, and then when I come and buff it, again, once it's metal, yeah, I don't think you will see that, so it's quite nice. But yeah, quite complex. Really happy with that. It's gonna be interesting to see how this highlights. The whole concept is that it has like quite a lot of patina. We've got like a scale texture, and then we've got this wood carving pattern, unanahi, over here, and then over his face or her face. And then this, which is more to look like sort of water, and then I was going to keep this behind that, so that'll go quite black, and then all of this will get quite glowing high points with all the black darkness from the patina, and then all of this will look quite incredible with the patina and then the polish coming back on top, because we have so many highs and lows. You can see the subtle form of like the manaya in the hand. You see this way. It's really nice illusion. The Heitiki back. And this is like the hand, you know, like this. Yeah, but then it's also the beak. Yeah, it's a really nice illusion. Quite happy with that. I think I'll make a alternative suspension through there. Or hang it from here. Still thinking, just thinking about it. But been scraping on that. A little bit of work on these. What else have I done? And then I've been sanding over here. There's just a lot of simple form and cookie. It's quite deep, so I've just been going through that and trying to finish those on here. This is 400, that's quite worn now, so it's cutting quite high. But yeah, just a bit of an update, what's been going on. That's me. Right, so it's raining here. Just gonna give you an idea what it's like to start in the wet. Day here, it's dark. Midwinter, late winter. Coming back in here. But so this morning I'm just going to start continuing to chip away at this. Got this far so far, a bit of a report. Quite a bit more to go there. I just do a little bit every day on that, eh? And then yeah, I went pretty deep on this yesterday. So just to give you a clear look at this, all these, you can see the flow. So I came in, if you come over here, I used these burrs. These are all tungsten from China. And then what I did is I cut those really rough and deep, all the flow, and then I've come back in afterwards And that leaves like a machine texture. And then I come back in afterwards and I've got this is a dentistry tool. And I just scrape this whole thing. But this is going to be another master, like I've been explaining quite a lot. I want each of these forms to have like different levels of complexity as you go through the series. So, and then once I have developed more and more, I'm really interested to come in like move heads and bodies and arms and other things across each other. I'm imagining like this head on, you know, this heitiki, and then, you know, vice versa. We can do quite a lot with that. Once we have the master. So yeah, just trying to be quite like free with my creation on those, in a way. These sorts of things, you know, I'm gonna get it as close as I can to what I feel like I am happy with, and then a lot of it will be resolved when it's in metal. So, you know, you can see that I need to put every single face, like I'm gonna do here, all of these little ones, it's gonna be come up and be as complex as this. I think it is the way to make it look the best. See how when you get in really close, the difference between an area like this and an area like this where I haven't put it yet, this actually cleans up the cuts each time. See, then I'll come back at the end. Let's just have a look through the inspiration book, eh? So this book's available at Te Papa if you're interested. It's really, really great reference material. So yeah, pause the video if you'd like to have a look at any of this. I like to draw in my books, you can see. So like over time, I'm going to create a bit of a, you know, a bit of a collection of what I feel like. You know, I play with the design, manipulate it, inspired by it. You know, I don't want to rip it off. I don't want to make exactly the same thing. As you can see here, what I've tried to do is actually like accentuate areas that potentially could have been lost. So, you know, like this was all put in quite softly, or it's been removed through erosion. But what happens when you accentuate it? You know, what happens when you bring forward the forms that are already in each of the carvings? What does that look like? You know, what happens if this is more solid? What happens when these are deeper? You know, who comes forwards in that, right? So that's sort of what I've been playing with here, and the concept and the idea behind, yeah, redrawing and finding the depth and the darknesses. You know, this is an amazing tooth to finger, and then, you know, this interaction, we can develop and understand where this hand goes. You know, just from pulling those lights and darks out and lifting and dropping each of the layers. So yeah, just a little bit of an update for the morning. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to sand over there. And then, yeah, I'll be back with a little report of how we're all going. But if you want to get this book, it's your tahi. Yeah, just contact Te Papa, the museum here in New Zealand, and if you're not familiar with that, just send a comment and I'll yeah, show you how to get in touch. Okay, I managed to get a little bit further. There's quite a lot of different materials in here. Some cool stones. Like, look at this. Some really interesting banding. Other stones. You know, these are all from different individual rocks, which all have something else to offer. So much variety in the Pounamu. There's some serpentine. You know, still has really interesting patterns, translucency. This is serpentine as well. So yeah, making my progress on that. Quite a lot to go, but a little dint out of it this morning. Now extended the top of the container. Like I said, I did this before the start of winter, so now I can use minimal water. See, I got my heater, and then I can sand those. Like, I've been now sanding them. I'll do a little bit every day that I work, just like to add to this, and then carry on. So then hopefully by the end, when it gets to summertime, there'll be a big pile of them finished, which should be nice. It's really nice to have the heater on the back, and like I said the other day, it's using this sanding, so that's running at a really high speed at the moment just to take away. I've ground these at 80 grit in the grinding room. See, like, they're not even very true, and it doesn't matter. I just stand in there. I could have got this more square, but this is running so fast that it just sands it away very, very quickly, and this stone is really soft, so it doesn't matter. Pretty much with something like this, I can just come back and sit down on all those facets and it will smooth like this. But yeah, nice big variety of stones. And then here's just some different pebble shapes, some shells and some different things that you know, make nice breastplates. Can just be ground in a little bit to bring out some of the cool chatoyant patterns. There's some really cool patterns in these. Yeah, these are nice breastplates. So try and use like shells and stones and sometimes little bits of wood and all sorts.
I'll tell you how it goes.
It's been sold for $52,000 US.
The original alien form.
That one.
Really? The sculpture of it?
Implemented into a watch or a tracking device of some sort, and when it starts to see that pattern, it's constantly pattern matching, and it starts to see that across whatever number of days we say. If you see this across 6 nights or across 13 nights, this is serious. It then triggers that phone to set.
Okay, so I've gone out and done some missions. The most important thing for me to do now is cut some big stone on the saw. I got some projects coming up. One of the ways that we survive is by doing groups. So for example, we're going to do a group for the group of penance for the Women's Refuge out of a variety of Pounamu. So I'm just going to right now cut some discs and some roimata. So what I got to do is working on my order systems at the moment. Here I have my gravity saw, as you can see. So we're just going to go out there and set it up, and yeah, away we go. Alright, when I lived down on the coast, I managed to get quite a few large stones, but right now, after years later, it's been a decade nearly since I've been there. So nowadays I got a lot of small stuff left, and I've been making the most of everything that I got. I ended up with this saw. Quite a funny experience. I was doing a large project in my diploma, and this saw had been sitting outside for around 20 years and was given to me by this old timer on the coast, and I went and took it to my tutor at the time, and it was all like these guards and things were all completely corroded, and the motor was dead, and this was all completely corroded. And I said, what can we do with this? And he was like, yep, we can fix that. So yeah, and it's had a few adjustments, and you know, she's a bit old and cruddy, but it does the job. So this is the area. I just use this to counterbalance it. And like once upon a time I used I had this in a room, and I had a rope here and a pulley and then another rope down here, and you'd like pull like this, and then the saw would come up and down. But since it's been outside here, I haven't done that, but that's okay. I've just got like a tiny little bit of this little block. I'm cutting that. I'm gonna cut some of these, and yeah, just see what we get out of it. So yeah, I'll show you how that all works. Yeah, some real crazy bow and I do that band. It's quite a few hours later, got quite a lot of that stone cut up, a whole lot of different materials, marsdens. Some stones I actually don't know where they're actually from, quite interesting. And yeah, dice, they're all like really bizarre bits, all kind of like, had to angle the cuts to put them on the grain, and I've cleaved everything that needs to be cleaved because just like stops the necessary nature of running it through the saw, and it would break in those points anyway. And so yeah, just get those ready for some pendants. Here is my morning coffee. This is my capitalist action. Do you know that coffee culture, well, when alcohol culture existed, that the development to coffee culture was the progression of wealth for some, and the loss.
People got richer, then they.
The people on. Here's Maddie from Kawakawa Stone doing her capitalist drugs.
I'm ready.
So how did you go on the alien yesterday? Oh yeah, this is cool. Xenomorph. There's the tools. This patch. Okay, just strap this stone down with a strap. Sometimes I use super glue, sometimes I use builder's bog. Sometimes I just use this. This is quite an easy way just to cut a stone immediately on the day. Okay, got that really tight. Just a matter of a few screws. One, put in one, then the other one, just squeeze them real tight together. Go, boom, boom. Tight as. Okay, let's get the water going. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you all. The only time I've been significantly electrocuted is with this system. It's pretty pretty backyard, I'm not gonna lie. So I noticed yesterday in the wiring, this hole, look at that. And that actually explains, because one day I was standing out here and it was raining and there was like a puddle of water, and I did, like, when I unplugged the thing, I got like a massive shock. So I really need to upgrade this. And it's the only time in like the whole 10 years of working in these sort of systems that I actually so I need to be careful of that. Not do that. Any electricians out there, hit me up. The safest way to do this, need to have a like a proper, like it goes through a surge protector. But I think that was literally just because there was a live split in the wire. I think, and this happened maybe when looking at that, it's like happened maybe when a belt was spinning or something. It's touched the belt. So I just need to pay attention to that, not get this wet. That real good. Try and get it tight as. I just got the next cut going. We're just gonna go down into the garden. And another bit. I think the saw. How many do we have?
11, because there's one on my break. Just in case. Yeah.
What you're trying to do is make sure that you're not wasting as much stone as possible. So mapping out everything prior, making sure all the cuts are done at the same time to ensure that they're not having stone wasted. Also, while that is cutting, I need to look at another stone for this project. I need to make this one into 36 discs. So here we go. Have a look at this. And up here. Okay, this side. So I'm just going to come and have a little look at this stone. This actually cut off somewhere. Oh no, it was one bit and then this is 2 bits. Anyway, gonna have a look at that stone now and start to map out. I need to cut it in half before I cut it sideways like that again, because my saw can only cut about that much. I can cut probably from here to here and then from here to here, so coming down. Okay. We're just gonna have another look at that now. cut. Like I said before in some earlier videos, this is a modified trim saw. So it's just a tile cutter. And then this is your classic drill press. The majority of these have been bought in Suzhou. Some of them have been bought in New Zealand. Comment below if you need some help gathering materials like that. Okay, so put the water in. This is one of the things that's like a little bit dangerous. You don't want the stone to spin with the strength of the core drill, because if that does and then the stone starts to rotate, anything rotating beyond a fixed point, i.e. out here, will be spinning at much more RPM than something spinning here. So as soon as this catches and starts to rotate, it starts to become like a dead weight object. So some of these little screws are here, for example, this being moved around. These screws are here so that you can block. See, exactly like that. Welcome to the Garage Project. Anyone Metallica's first album called Garage Project? Well, maybe, actually, please don't quote me on that. It's 100% not their first album, I imagine, but it was one of their really, really early albums. You know, I think Turn the Page is on that album. So, you know, this is like Turn the Page, Ponamu version. See? So this, all that you don't know, is how you start a disc. Okay, it's punching, checking on the disk. And remember where we were? We were just here. So I'm going to show you something. See this. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Really quite satisfying to go all the way from the cut stone sitting there, and then a little bit later we have this, and then soon on a necklace. Draw a center line, cup both sides, drill a hole, plait a string, and voila, from river to your neck. Also notice that what you're constantly seeing is our hands. So it is handmade. here now. You can see variety of colours and shades of Whanganui.
What did you get these and off the work? How is it?
Anything, right? Oh, well, it will, because then we can get the disc over a little bit on each one. Okay, so while the saw is cutting, I'm just gonna take a look at this project. I need to cut the sprues off. This is white bronze, cast from a Pakoi pebble. As you can see, here's the double. I actually made a bit of an accident and used 2 foundries and didn't know that I paid for the rent of 2 spaces in 2 different foundries. So this actually cost me 700 New Zealand dollars to print in bronze, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but that's okay. It's always a trial and error. I'm going to start pouring my own eventually, but here we have some really interesting forms. And what I'm going to do now is come with the angle grinder, cut these off, and then use similar techniques that I do with my stone carving to come and sand them and then buff them with the jewelry gear. So we'll get back a little bit of a process on that. This one, because the white bronze is a lot more uncontrollable, we lost below the top of the pendant, but again, it doesn't matter, there'll still be a unique form of some kind. This is an artifact carved by someone down on Devil Island back in the day by hand, and then I've moulded that, so that's a unique thing. I can also hear the harmonic on the saw changing as it's about to cut through, so I really need to go and just go over here. Pretty sure it's about to go through. Might be just off, but so one thing I like doing is working in a mixture of materials. Get a fresh metal grinding cutter. Fresh, not chipped. Never have this plugged in while you do it. Do this. I would never. Some people might. Hey, next step of action. Look at this. Maddie's gonna carve these, I believe.
I believe too.
Watch me polish them. Cut to me polishing them. It was a huge day today. It's now just a few hours later. So we cut stone all day. Maddie's come and ground to the outside of all the room matter. Got all the disc ready to go. And tomorrow I'm going to come and start to slab this. Super glue and then cut about 9mm slabs. Get as many as I can out of here, and then we'll come and flip it sideways, bring it over to that drill and do the whole thing as disc. I got to get 36 discs out of this. So this one, this bit, and this bit. Yeah, so like I said, massive day. We finished just on 5 as it started going dark. Had a shower now, and yeah, just gonna chill, edit some videos, and peace. Thanks for watching.
It was good, are you sure?
If you want to see more of this kind of content, you know, just give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Gonna be working on this bronze too. White and red bronze, got all the sprues off. Some exciting things in there. And yeah, appreciate you all.